Hi, everybody. Eva, what's the weather like today?
It's rainy and it's really cold.
Can we go anywhere?
No.
Would you like to go somewhere?
But we can drive in our cars and go some.
Yeah, can we go on an airplane though? Can we go on a big long trip?
No, because they're all closed.
Yeah, it's not really a good idea to be flying right now. We want to be keeping ourselves safe and keeping our friends and our loved ones safe. So we're staying put. Can it be kind of boring to stay put? Yeah, would it be nice to go on a trip? Yeah. Friends, the nice thing though about staying in your house is that all of my friends at Fisher have the biggest imaginations. And you can be, if you just decide, you can be anywhere you want to be. And if we look at books, we can travel all over. Miss Eva's going to help me. This is a book that is set in Australia. So if you've ever wanted to go on a trip down under and see all the marsupials and all the great Australian animals, but you can't get a plane ticket right now, or you don't want to sit on a plane that long, you just have to open up a book. All right, Eva, you want to help me? Can you sit right next to me and you can help me sing the lyrics of the refrain of this? This is a book about a greedy wombat. Greedy dingo, right? The dingo, who really wants to capture a wombat and put him in his stew. Not a very nice thing to do, right? He's a hungry dingo. Show me your hungry face, Eva. Yeah. And the other animals in the Australian outback are going to try to take care of the wombat because they don't want him to be eaten by the dingo. And let's see how they go about tricking that greedy, hungry dingo.
Now.
Wombat Stew, written by Marcia K. Vaughn and Pamela A. Lofts. One day on the banks of a billabong, a very clever dingo caught a wombat. And decided to make wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy wombat stew. Platypus came ambling up the bank. "Good day, Dingo," he said, snapping his bill. "What is all that water for?" "I'm brewing up gooey, chewy stew with that fat wombat," replied Dingo with a toothy grin. Show me a toothy grin. "If you ask me," said Platypus, "the best thing for gooey stew is mud. Big globs of billabong mud." "Globs of mud?" Dingo laughed. "What a good idea. Rightio, in they go." So Platypus scooped up big blobs of mud with his tail and tipped them into the billy can. Yum, yum. Around the bubbling billy, Dingo danced and sang. Wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew. Friends at home, you can start singing that too. Waltzing out from the shade of the iron barks came Emu. She arched her graceful neck over the brew. "Oh ho, Dingo," she fluttered. "What have we here?" "Gooey, chewy wombat stew," boasted Dingo. "If only they were a bit more chewy," she sighed. "But don't worry, a few feathers will set it right." "Feathers?" Dingo smiled. "Ooh, that would be chewy. Rightio, in they go." So into the gooey brew, Emu dropped her finest feathers. Ooh, Eva, do you think you'd like a stew that has feathers and mud in it?
No.
What about you guys at home? You think that sounds like a really yummy, yummy lunch? Around and around the bubbling billy Dingo danced and sang, Wombat Stew, Wombat Stew, crunchy munchy for my lunchy Wombat Stew. Old Blue-tongued the lizard came sliding off his sun-soaked stone. Silly Dingo, he hissed, there are no flies in this stew. Can't be Wombat Stew without crunchy flies in it. And he stuck out his bright blue tongue. Look at all the flies that he can catch. There's a lot to be said for flies, agreed Dingo, rubbing his paws together. Rightio, in they go. So Lizard snapped 100 flies from the air with his long tongue and flipped them into the gooey, chewy stew.
Dear.
Yum! Mud and feathers and flies. My idea of a delicious stew. Yum, yum. Around and around and around the bubbling billy, Dingo danced and sang, Wombat Stew, Wombat Stew, crunchy munchy for my lunchy Wombat Stew. You can almost smell it, can't you? Up through the red dust popped Echidna. Wait a minute, not so fast, he bristled, shaking the red dust from his quills. Now I've been listening to all this advice, and take it from me. For a munchy stew, you need slugs and bugs and lots of creepy crawlies. What a good idea. Dingo wagged his tail. Why, I should have thought of that. Radio, in they go. Grab all those creepy crawlies and put them in the stew. So Echidna dug up all sorts of creepy crawlies and dropped them into the gooey, chewy, crunchy stew. Doesn't that look delicious?
That's a big.
That stew is looking so good. It's green and it's red and muddy and it's got creepy crawlies and feathers in it. The very clever Dingo, he stirred and he stirred all the while singing, Wombat Stew, Wombat Stew, hot and spicy, oh so nicey, Wombat Stew. Just then the sleepy-eyed koala climbed down the scribbly gum tree. Look here, he yawned. Any bush cook knows you can't make a spicy stew without gum nuts. Leave it to Koala to think of gum nuts. Dingo laughed and he licked his whiskers. He's getting hungrier. Radio, in they go. And into the gooey, chewy, crunchy, munchy stew, Koala shook lots and lots and lots of gum nuts. Ah! Cried Dingo. Now my stew is missing just one thing. What's that? Asked the animals. The fat wombat. Wait! Stop! Hang on, Dingo! You can't put that wombat into the stew yet. Why not? You haven't tasted it. I don't know about you guys, but would you want to taste a stew that has creepy crawlies and feathers and mud and gum nuts in it? And that very clever Dingo bent over the billy and took a great big slurp of stew. I'm poisoned, he howled. You've all tricked me. And he dashed away deep into the bush, never again to sing. Wombat stew, wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy. Wombat stew. And that sweet little wombat didn't become anybody's lunch, just the way it should be. All right, friends, hopefully you're going on lots and fun trips in your brains. You guys can do a whole bunch of fun things with your big imaginations, right? Eva, where do you want to go right now?
To Disney.
We're going to Disney World. It's a world of laughter, a world of fears. It's a world of hope and a world of tears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. All right, bye, friends.